Hey everybody, I just wanted to do a hopefully quick video regarding some tips on how to get through those tough days while TTCing. Yeah. My tips are not tips that was given to me from a doctor. I am not a doctor. I'm just a woman that is TTCing and has experienced every emotion there is. So it's no guarantee it's going to work for you, but it might. And during this process, any advice you can get is good advice. So here we go. First tip. If you are having one of those tough days where you're questioning everything, why did I start this TTC process? Would adoption been easier? What is wrong with me? Why did she get pregnant but I didn't get pregnant? What did I do wrong? Why? Why this? Why that? Why not this month? Oh my God, I gotta wait next month. Something is wrong with me. My body hates me. Blah, 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 blah. If you are having one of those days, which you're going to have during this process, my first tip is to get rid of all of your electronic devices. Every last one of them. Don't throw them away. Let's not go crazy, but just get rid of them for that day. Your cell phone, your iPad, your computer, your laptop. If you have a smart TV, unplug it, give them to your spouse, whatever you have to do to not be linked. And I say that because when you're having a hard day during this process, one of the first things you're going to do is you're going to grab your phone, you're going to go on Facebook or Instagram, and you're going to hashtag IUI, hashtag IVF, hashtag infertility, hashtag my body sucks. You're going to do that, and you're going to start to read every story that every woman that's going through this has, and you're going to start self-diagnosing yourself. And at no time are you going to keep in mind that yes, we're women, and yes, we're going through the same process, but we're different women. So therefore our bodies is differently. So what may work for female A might not work for female B. And that's something we don't think about. So if you don't have your devices, you're not linked to those outlets, if that makes sense. Second tip, give yourself a me day. Sometimes the best medicine is self-medicine. Take yourself on a date. Go to the movies. Go get your hair done. Go get a pedicure. Go shopping. My wife may kill me if she hear me tell other wives to go shopping. That's another video. But give yourself a me day. Me days give you an opportunity to have self-reflection and kind of self-swallowing. You're swallowing yourself that day. You have no other reason not to be about me and what's going to make me happy at this moment, what I need to do to relax, because relaxation really is key in this process. It really is. Third tip, confide in somebody. What I've noticed from my experience over the past 2 years that my wife and I have been TTCing together is that keeping everything in made everything worse for me. And unfortunately, I'm someone who suffers from depression. I've gone through depression majority of my life, starting at maybe 12, something like that, very young. And my depression isn't constant like it is for some people. It kind of comes and goes. My depression is kind of like that one relative that you can't stand, but you keep opening the door for them anyway because they're family. That's what my depression is like. And when I kept all my anger in without talking about it, all my questions inside without discussing it, that made everything 10 times worse for me. Once I let everything out, it made it a little easier to cope with. I will say, be careful in who you confide in, because sometimes we as human beings, we have great intentions, but those intentions are not always released well. Sometimes some people, not everyone, but some people have the tendency to believe that if something didn't happen to them, then it's no such thing. So since they didn't go through infertility and they didn't have any problems getting pregnant, you must be lying, or you're trying to get attention, or you doing it wrong. Somebody told me that, as those of you know, I'm in a same-sex marriage. I had one friend tell me that it wasn't happening to me because I'm messing with science, when I just need to go spin on a penis naked and I would get pregnant. When that is not the case for me. I have other issues, so just cheating on my wife and hurting my wife and my family in order to get pregnant, that's not going to happen because I have one tube, so I would need to go through IVF and IUI anyway. That's not the smartest thing to do, and I love my family too much to do that. But that's how she felt at the time, because that what worked for her. And if you don't have anybody close that you trust that you can confide in, contact one of the YouTube vloggers that you watch. You know, I'm subscribed to several TTC families. My favorite is Our Normal Life Atlanta. Ray is like, their videos make you feel like you're their homegirls and you never even met them. Even though we've interacted a little bit here and there, her personality is so bomb that I know if I really needed someone to talk to, I could just shoot her email and she would shoot one right back. So whoever is your favorite, reach out to them. They may reach out back. Everyone that's on YouTube is not on YouTube to boost their subscriber numbers so they can get a YouTube check. Some people are on YouTube because they genuinely want to help people. My last tip to survive this TTC process: if your wife or your husband isn't already your best friend, I don't know why they wouldn't be, but to each his own. If your wife or husband is not already your best friend, this is the time they need to become your best friend. That is the person that you are most vulnerable to. That's the person who you are the most intimate with. That's your backbone. And this is a time when you really need to allow them to catch you, because you're going to feel like you're falling off a cliff a lot during this process. And the most comfortable feeling I've ever received during this process was when I finally let go and let my wife catch me. That's probably the best advice I can give. If I did not allow her to extend her arms, I honestly believe I would have broke during this process by now. So that's it. If you guys have any tips on how to get through those rough days, comment below. I'm open to suggestions. We can help each other. And that's that.